Are you struggling to submit your app to the App Store and facing the dreaded ITMS 90534? You're not alone. Today, we're going to tackle this frustrating issue together. I completely understand how disheartening it can be to hit a roadblock when you're trying to launch your app. This error can feel like a brick wall, but trust me, we can break it down. Let's dive into the specifics. One user recently encountered the error message Invalid Toolchain while trying to upload their IPA file. They were using a beta version of Xcode, which is a common pitfall. Sound familiar? Let's explore how to resolve this. So what does this error really mean? Essentially, it indicates that your app was built with a version of Xcode or SDK that isn't approved for app submissions. Apple requires that all apps be built with the public versions of their tools. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a crucial tip to ensure you never face this issue again. To resolve the error, ITMS-90534, the user should first ensure they are using the correct version of Xcode. This means they need to download and install the latest stable version from the Mac App Store. Next, the user should check their macOS version. It is important to have a compatible version that supports the latest Xcode. The user can check this by clicking on the Apple logo and selecting About This Mac. After confirming the correct versions, the user should clean their project in Xcode. This can be done by selecting Product from the menu and then choosing Clean Build Folder. This step helps remove any cached data that might cause issues. Finally, the user should rebuild their app and attempt to submit it again. This ensures that the app is compiled with the correct toolchain and is ready for submission. Fun fact, did you know that the first version of Xcode was released in 2003? It has come a long way since then, but even the latest versions can trip you up if you're not careful. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. Another user suggests checking your Xcode version if you're using Xcode 11. If it's version 11.0 with the build number 11A419C, you won't be able to submit your app. Instead, you should upgrade to version 11.0 with build number 11A420A. With the correct version, you can submit apps built with Xcode 11 GMC2, which supports the iOS 13 SDK and watchOS 6 SDK. Let's take a look at another answer from another user. An alternative solution suggests using the latest stable version of Xcode to resolve the error. Make sure your macOS is also stable and not a beta version. To create your build, use the application Uploader after ensuring these points are met. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. An alternative solution shared by another user involves editing the archive file. First, right-click on the archive file and select Show Package Contents. Then navigate to Products, Applications, and right-click on your app file to show its contents. Next, double-click on info.plist to edit it. Finally, remove the letter B from the end of the value for DTXcode build, changing it from something like 9C40B to 9C40. After making this change, resubmit your app and it should work. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative solution from another user suggests that a new beta or golden master version of Xcode will be released soon. They recommend checking back in a few hours for the update. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. An alternative solution to the error ITMS-90534 involves downloading the correct version of Xcode. First, quit Xcode in any open simulators. Then, download Xcode 11.21 GM Seed from the Apple Developer website. After downloading, extract the Xcode file and move it to your Applications folder. Replace the existing Xcode application and enter your login password when prompted. Once the transfer is complete, launch Xcode and check the version in the About section. Finally, build your app, increment the build number, and submit it to the App Store. Note that version 11.2.1 is now available directly from the App Store since November 13th. Here's that crucial tip I promised. Always check for updates before starting a new project. This simple habit can save you from a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You should now be able to submit your app without any issues. Remember, keeping your tools updated is key. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.